Hey guys, so I finished Every Day by David Lithanan today, hoping I'm saying the last name right. And it was a really great book, and I figured I would get right to the goods, the bads, and the recommendations slash who would enjoy this. But a little side note before I start, A does not have a gender, so I'm trying to say they, but if I mess up and say he or she, I'm human. I'm trying. So let's go on to the good. The good things. A and Rianne, the two basic main characters. They're like the two biggest characters, pretty much the only characters. And I actually really enjoyed both of them. They both seemed really real and genuine to me. They switch bodies every day. That's kind of the whole premise of the book, is A switches bodies every day, and one day they wake up into a body of a boy named, let me check, Justin, and they meet Rianne, which is Justin's then girlfriend, and basically a spark connection there, and the whole rest of the book is like figuring out that relationship. What does it mean? Like, how is it gonna work? And kind of A descends into like they never knew connection, because they try to disconnect, because if you're moving day to day from body to body to a different person's life, the more you kind of would attach, I would imagine that'd be harder. So they try to detach, but then after Rianne, they kind of realize they can't anymore. So A tries to make the relationship that they want with Rianne to form, and that brings into why I like A, because A is finally realizing what it kind of feels like to be human, and it's kind of heartbreaking because A knows that it's not going to work. It can't work. There's just things that can't be fixed, and it's kind of heartbreaking, but refreshing too, because A only as A. There's no body to connect it to. There's no... I think you know what does anyone understand where I'm going with this? Only know A from the inside. The thoughts, the soul, the feelings, the emotions, the experiences. You only know A as a soul, not a person, which is awesome, because that's kind of a theme that I will talk a little bit later about with my likes that expands through the book. Rianne, I really like her. At first I didn't, but it was kind of because I got caught up in the, oh, this is so cute, it's like star-crossed lovers, and I got a little caught up with that for a minute until I kind of took a reality check, and I was like, she's acting how anyone would in that situation. Like, I kind of thought of it as, I guess, either a traveling musician or someone who does truck driving. Their spouses have that nagging feeling of, I don't know where you're going to be tomorrow. I don't know when I'm going to see you next. And there's all this uncertainty in that. And that's kind of what I linked hers to. She doesn't know what A is going to wake up as. Girl, boy. She doesn't know who, their history. She doesn't know where. And it's realistic and genuine that she would have concerns. So once I got past the whole, oh, this is so cute, I understood her, and I really liked her character after that. And I think that's all for like character-wise that I really liked, because there's only really two main characters, which is Rianne and A. And I'm picking up the book again because I was gonna read a quote, I think, but I forgot to mark them. So definitely look online if you don't even want to read the book, and look up quotes, because that book is literally just quote city. It's amazing. Okay, so theme about the book. It's not really that hard to figure out if you think about what the book is saying. A travels or is another person every day, and A doesn't have a gender because A's always been traveling body to body since they can remember. So A doesn't identify as either female or male. And I really kind of like the whole, it drives home the, like, the outside doesn't matter. Love is love. Gender, all that fun stuff doesn't really matter in the end, because if you have a connection with someone, if you love someone, that stuff doesn't matter. But with Rianne, they do kind of show the hesitation, which I think is also realistic. Because even if you love someone deeply, most people, I think, would have a hesitation if, like, their boyfriend woke up as a girl, or if their girlfriend woke up as a boy. There would be hesitation there. It's not that they love them less, but they kind of have to get through the outside first, I think. And I thought that was very realistic to real life, and I liked it. And, okay, little bit of a spoiler with the good part for the final good thing, I think. Because I like the book completely overall, but, trying to find it. Sorry, guys. It's a really short book. It went by pretty fast, too. Is his name Kevin? What is his name? One moment. Alexander's. Yeah, Alexander. Alexander is like the last body that we get to hear A's story about. And this is a huge spoiler, so if you don't want to hear it, I'll try to, like, notion when it's over. So this is your notion to stop now, and yeah. Alexander was, like, they describe his room and his friends and how he relates to his friends. And I was like, this, just like A says, it's the kind of person he always tries to be. Oops, they always try to be. And it's kind of the same with me. Alexander seems like the friend that, you know, always talk to. You can go to them for anything. You let them stay the night if they have a problem with their parents, or they will tell you things that they can't tell to their parents. And he has, like, quotes all over his room and sticky notes, which I thought was the coolest thing. I was like, I want this, because I've always wanted, I'm a quote hoarder. I have quotes on a document that I someday either want to, like, write all over my walls or somehow incorporate in my, like, room or my life, because quotes sometimes, I don't know, they, like, resonate with me more than, like, TV or like visual things, you know, like pictures can move me, but quotes get me more, if that makes sense. And it's heartbreaking for the last, like, probably 30 pages. And so that's the good. I liked the last body that A inhabits, probably just because of the person that he was seemingly before A took over for the day. And now the bad, and it's not necessarily bad, you guys, which is the end of spoilers. The bad. I really want a sequel to this, only because of the way it left it. And most people say no, not everything needs finished nice and neatly, because in real life nothing is tied up in a little nice bow in a little gift box handed to you. Most things, even in life, that are good and messy, they don't end up nice and packaged and neat. But I really think, because of the revelation that happens somewhere in the last third of the book, I think it needs to be said what happens with A. So that's the only reason I really want a sequel to this. Simple enough. I just really want a sequel for this, just because of the revelation that happened in the about third of the last third of the book, and I really want to know what happens with A, and that's pretty much it. I don't think there's really anything else I could even mention that I didn't like. So, who would I recommend Every Day by David Lethan to? I would recommend it to anyone who really likes contemporary fiction, I guess is what it's called. I heard, from what I read, it sounds a lot like the John Green books that everyone likes, which I have not read because I heard they're heartbreaking, and I try not to read books that are heartbreaking, but I might give them a shot, because if this is anything like the John Green books, I would be a big fan of his, just saying. And for any of you who read John Green, recommend me one of his books, because I have like 2, I think, on my to read, and I don't know if I should read them or I should pick a different one, because The Fault in Our Stars, I think, is the one that's really super popular, and I don't know if I want to start with that, or Looking for Alaska, I think, is the other one I have. So, if this book, which reminded me of like quotes that I read of John Green's, I might actually read those sometime soon. But closing this, I would just recommend it for anyone who just likes, it's romantic, but it's also thought-provoking. It makes you think about life. It makes you think about what we decide to call love. It just redefines some things, and I really, really enjoyed it. I gave it 5 stars on Goodreads, and I requested it to one of my friends on Goodreads who I know from Tumblr, because she likes John Green's books really well, I think. So, hopefully she likes it, if she even gets it. And so I'm closing this. I have a dentist appointment, and I'm starving. So, I love you guys, and I will probably have a library haul within the next 2 days. So, bye guys.